Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So we're going to be making a tea bag holder, a frog tea bag holder. Because I love frogs, so I figured a lot of other people would love frogs too. I can't be the only person. Okay, so we're going to shape out the hands. I'm going to round off the tips here, and then we're going to flatten them out like I have this one here. And these will go over the top of the cup, and I have a cup here to mold them out. And I think I'm not gonna need, you know what, I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, so this is our body, and I already shaped it out. All I did was flatten it out and shape it into a frog body. I have two frogs right here behind me, or next to me. One has been awake all day, which is not like him, but he's enjoying the water, so I'm gonna just put our legs on. We're gonna bend them ever so slightly and then attach them to our frog. And I think I am gonna cut these in half. Okay. And then flatten this part. There we go. I feel better about that. So we're just gonna flatten these out. Because we're gonna be adding this blue right here to them as another layer. So I'm just gonna break off some of this. And this blue I got, it's a Primo color. Primo Accents, and you can see it's a lot lighter color than what's in the bag because I mixed a little bit of turquoise with it. So I'm just gonna recondition it because I've been taking a break, eating my dinner. Okay, so I'm just flattening this out. Don't want it too flat, but I do want to have a layer of the blue underneath. Okay, and do the same thing with this. Now I did cut it in half, but I'm squeezing it this way, not up and down. We're going from the side and squeezing it. The back legs are kind of going to be the same way, but they're going to have a bend in them. And this is going to be stretched out, and we're going to squish it in the side and stretch it out a little more because we want this to be a long piece since this is going to be the back legs. So I'm squishing it and then flattening it back out. Squish to make it thin and then flatten it back out. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. We're going to roll out some of this blue to go under the back legs. Just with our hands, I'm going to roll a piece out. So there's our legs for our frog. Now I'm going to bring over my mug and get the hands put over. And I want them about the same. Okay. So I want it like that, and we want our frog to be hanging out about here. Okay. So I'm going to trim off his legs just a little bit because we don't need all this extra. Okay. Get that off. Get that off. We want the back legs to go from here and then up and then back, kinda. I might do it like this. So I have it like that. And then we're going to chop off this piece about right there. Alright, so I'm going to take some more green and add to the top of this because I want it to be a bulky leg. I don't want it to be all flat. So I'm just going to add a piece of green to this. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm adjusting the size. I want it a little thicker towards the back and thinner towards the body. There's his legs. I'm sorry, can you guys see? Okay, so there's his back legs, like so. Okay, and again, shape it and mold it to what you need. Okay, then we're going to flip him over and you see all the blue. And it doesn't have to be a perfect line of blue. Okay, so now I'm going to take this part and squish it. And the same thing on this one. Going to squish it out. We want it as flat as possible. And we've decided that they're going to do a little something like so. Try and get these right and then pull it down and blend it like that. Okay. Okay, I'm going to try it out. Put him back on the coffee cup to get him all settled and straight. Bend his legs in like that. Does that make sense? I still got a little touch-up work to do, it looks like, which is fine. We'll get to that part. Let's go ahead and get his eyes done. Okay. I want it to have little balls like that. Okay. So I had two little orange balls. There's a little bit of blue on them, which is okay because it was on my hands. I tried to clean it. Let's make this one a little bigger. Okay, there. Now you want two orange balls about the same size. And I'm going to take this green, split it in half. That's not quite half. Okay, split it in half, and we're going to roll this in my hand. And then I'm going to take a baller tool about the same size as my eyeballs, and I'm going to press into the green. Okay, so I took some of that away, some of the green away, because I don't want it to be too thick around the eyes. I want it to be about the same and just a thin layer of green on the outside. So if I can get my baller tool out, nope, it takes practice, guys. This takes practice. Okay, so I'm just going to shape the green around my baller tool. Alright, and then I'm just going to gently try and wiggle it out. It's fine. It's stretched out enough that I can do it myself. Okay, so around the orange, I'm just putting a thin layer of green. Okay, and the thickest part of that layer is going to be towards the bottom of the eye, where we're going to connect it to our frog. So we're going to get our little piece of black here, roll it out, cut this off, and then put it on our eye, like so. There's our eye, and there's our other eye. Looks kind of cute. Okay. Now we're just gonna, I'm gonna pull this green back and squeeze it. Let's see if I can show you. See how I pulled it back and there's a thin layer? I'm gonna use that to attach it to our frog. Okay. Like so. I'm going to do the same thing with the other one. The extra green at the bottom, I'm just going to squeeze it and press it out. So I have something to attach it to our frog. There's his eyes. Oh, if he don't look creepy. Anyway. And I'm going to take my blender tool here. I'm going to lay him down and blend out his eyes. I just have to take him off the cup for a second. And I'm going to lay his eyes off my board so I don't mess it up. Okay, now underneath the frog, what makes his mouth is this white piece here. And that's why I pulled it out earlier. So, we're just going to shape it and lay it under here. Let me cut off a few pieces to go under the arm area. That should be enough. Sorry, I'm off camera. I laid this down on his belly and I'm just gently pressing it in like this and around the body because he's white underneath. And don't worry about any like little cracks and stuff because it makes it look more realistic if you leave those in. Okay, now I got the white on and I think it looks good enough. I'm gonna take some alcohol and rub it on my arm to get most of it off because I don't want a lot of alcohol. I noticed the more alcohol you use, the more your clay will split. So I changed my mind about this white on here going over his legs. So I'm just gonna take a little piece and roll it off and cut it in half and then place it in there. And we can have that be a part of his leg. Just blend it with your finger. So I have him opening his mouth right now. He looks a little evil, but I think it looks kind of cute. Now we're gonna make the toes. Let me clean my hands again. I'm gonna lay him down here, like so, and we're gonna do some toes. All right, so I'm gonna get this piece, and I'm gonna kind of round this off, give it a little ball on the tip kind of thing going on, like that. Can you guys see that? There's a little ball on the tip of his toe, and the rest is like a snake. And lift him up, get him off the cup for a second, and look at that. It looks so weird. We're going to hook this frog up with a tongue. So you just want to curve one in, flatten it out, and shove it in his mouth. And to help me with that, I'm going to use my handy dandy flat rubber tool. And we're going to have it curl up a little bit, and that could be where you hold your tea bag. I think it looks cute. Maybe even, you know what? We have it hanging out, and we put a little fly on his tongue. How about that? So I'm just going to smooth this out because it got a little, I'm going to put a little line there. Down the center of his tongue. And then we're going to set a fly on it. So So a fly is pretty easy. It's a little black thing. I'm going to make it a little smaller. I'm going to take about half of this, roll it off into like a little cylinder, kind of thin him out at the back, give him a bigger head than a booty, and then we're going to lay him on here like so. Okay, I'm going to squeeze his head a little bit. Okay, we're going to take some white, flatten it out in my hand, and kind of roll it into a little roll, and then we're going to bend it in half. You see that? Okay, and I'm going to take my flat tool and set this on the end of it, and then press it into our fly. And there. That is adorable. He has a little fly on his tongue. Put some more alcohol in here, wipe it on my arm. And I'm just cleaning him up right now. Just gonna get some of the fingerprints off, the ones I can. And some of the lines and bumps and stuff worked out. And there we go. I think that's the way he's going to be, guys. I don't want to put toes on the inside. I don't want to put the toes on the inside because I don't want them falling off into your drink. So I'm going to leave it like this with him holding on because I think this looks really cool. What do you guys think? Check him out. So I'm going to do some more cleanup, and then I'm going to bake him in my big oven because I don't think this mug is going to fit in the little one. But before I bake him, I'm just going to run along and keep making sure that everything is perfect. So I'm going to put him in the oven, and then I'll be back. I'll show you what it looks like. It's so cute. Oh my god. Alright guys, I am back, and while I was gone I was making some cabochons that kind of look like that. So here's all my scraps and stuff. But I want to show you guys, here he is out of the oven, and I just need to try and lift him off of here. So there's our little tea bag holder frog, and he just hooks right on your mug, and he's all shaped to fit the mug, and I'm pretty sure it's just a generic, any size will fit. But there he is, guys. Check him out. Isn't he cute? And he even sits in your hand like that, which makes it even more adorable. And he has a little fly on his mouth. So cute. I'm really proud of myself. I haven't made one of these before, and this looks pretty cool, I have to say. But I want to thank you guys for watching, and if you have any questions or comments or have any suggestions for videos for me to make, then leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye!